What's going on there, YouTubers, gamers and fellow hobbyists, and welcome to On The Bench with Pete, the series that you put on in the background as you hobby or paint along and just listen to me ramble on about a load of rubbish. It can be life, the universe, everything else. Sometimes I even talk hobby stuff. So without further ado, make sure you've got your models, your brushes and paints and things that you need for whatever project you're working on right now. And incidentally, let me know in the comments below what it is you're working on, which is always my joy to read. I don't know, I just love reading what you guys are working on at the time that you play these videos. I don't know, that's just me. I think other people like that sort of thing as well. But anyway, make sure you got a bit of refreshment too. I've got coffee, whether you want tea, whatever else, because it's going to be about an hour, and I've got stuff I just want to talk about. Yeah, ramble on really, because I've had a week off and now I'm back to work, but it's my first day off this week, so let's get to the bench. Right, as you can see, on my glasses here at the moment, so yeah, this whatever you call it, cutting mat, whoop, not the camera, get the right position, has seen cleaner days. I got another side of it yet though, but I'll leave that for the moment. Still got my Skitari kill team. I've got loads on the bench. I've got Poxwalkers, kill teams, my owlbear incidentally as well, that I was going to do is a painting tutorial, but I decided against it in the end. But this is a Reaper Bones model. Owlbear is going to be brilliant for my D&D. Not that I'm planning on throwing an owlbear into my games anytime soon, but it's there for future. So what am I going to do? Well, my goal is to get these guys finished. Blackstone Fortress Explorers. I've recently primed my Blackstone Fortress Hostiles, and I got an expansion for it today, the dreaded Amble, which you know, I'll talk about that later on. But just as a quick look, dun dun dun, the dreaded Amble. There we go. So I have that for future, and yeah, but got to get these guys painted up first, and some games of Blackstone Fortress on the go. Now, out of the ones, well, I've primed all the hostiles as I said, but I'm thinking spindle drones are probably going to be the first, or one of the first things I encounter. Probably some traitor guard as well, but I need to get these painted up. Certainly wouldn't hurt. I think there's I don't know if there's any more. I think there's just 4 of them looking in the box there. It looks like it. So I can get these guys done as well. That'd be cool. Spindle drones. I'm thinking mostly going to be like a lead belcher effect. Do some highlighted details on them. Obviously I'll do the lens separate color. Yeah, I might yeah, do a lead belcher and then glaze the top in a blue or something like that. Or, yeah, anyway, well, that's by the by. Oh, I need a wash on this one. I think we'll go for an Agric Surfshade wash on her first. That's how we'll start off. I like to keep plenty of washes in, by the way, so there's nothing worse in my mind than running out of a wash, because washes really make a miniature stand out. So I'm going to wash. Oh, I've got it all everywhere there now. good start, Pete. Let's grab some paper towels, shall we? Clean up the mess I just made. Yeah. Good job on wearing old clothes. Anyway. Right. I've been in town this morning. I've got dirty fingernails. I haven't done like that. Still. Scrub up later. Okay. Let's do this. Dun 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 dun. Well, okay, so I had to go into town today anyways to, well, I needed to bank a check amongst other things, but as I'm a bit of a dinosaur, I discovered something pretty amazing today. And that's that you can bank checks on your phone. I was like, what? Yeah, you can do it on your phone. They kindly showed me in the bank how to do all that. So that's what I did. So do you want to do it that way now? Because it actually clears quicker for doing it on your phone than it does if you just pay it into the cashier. So I said, yeah, sure. So that's what we did. And yeah, pretty cool that you can do it on your phone. Right. There's a wash applied to her. Not much more. What will I be doing? I'll just close up this wash. Always close your washers up, guys, because you know, that dreadful accident knocking them over. I have done it in the past. You know, it's Carabao Crimson, as I recall. Just going to lift this up a bit. There. I'm just going to see what else is actually required on here. I mean, it's just highlighting, really. Not even sure he needs anything else. I might do a tiny bit of glaze. No, actually, these gemstone effect, spirit stone red. I'm going to use that. This will be the ones probably I use on the lenses on these. What are they called? Spindle drones. Behave quite differently to glazes, so thicker for starters, so we've got to be careful what you're doing. We use a detail brush. It's a very small area. Tickle that onto the lenses. There, that's good. Yeah. That's that. Might do a blue one on the third eye. I'm not sure, but I might do a blue one on the third eye. So nearly completion. The croûte. You're really light brown. Really light brown. I'm thinking a Deathclaw brown will do. Highlight some of the finer edges of the browns on him. So, yeah, so I woke up today, I thought, alright, I've got to go in town, bank my check, which I had for some, well, payment for some service I did. Just boring stuff. No need to go into that today, but yeah, so I went in town. I thought to myself, I'm going to get myself the expansion for Blackstone Fortress whilst I'm in there. And so that is exactly what I did. That's exactly what I did. Yeah, so I went in there, I sorted it out, I went and bought the expansion, and then came home, because I'd done all I really needed to do in there, you know. Traffic was terrible on the way in. Just thought I'd throw that one out there. Just highlighting the edge of this gun here. The stock, is it? I'm not sure. Right, yeah, that's that. And he can be calling him done for the now. And the beauty is I can come back to him and do him at a later date. Any extra highlights I want to put on him, and that'll be good. But anyway, Blackstone Fortress then. I'm going to do a video on it, of course. And what's it all about? I'll tell you what drew me to it, first of all. I'll stuff some coffee there a minute. What drew me to it was the fact that I looked at it and thought, looks a bit like Space Hulk, but co-op version. And it's not unlike that, you know, it's got its similarities, but the co-op thing really makes it, I think. I mean, most games, particularly miniatures games, have the co-op mechanic in it now, which enables you to have solo play. Right, now I need a bit of lead belcher, so I'm going to be painting these spindle drones lead belcher. I must remember to use the other jar of water. Yes, I will do my best. Right, so that's that. Now, thinner. A little bit of retarder, perhaps. Alright, so I'll mix that in. Okay. Right, other water jar. There we go. Okay. Still, I'm going to use quite a small brush. I still want to see the model as I'm painting, and there's a lot of room for extra detail on even these models. So, liking that. Very interesting. Yes, I think Runefang Steel, Stormhouse Silver, or Necron Compound will go very well. Here. So it's my wife's second day in her new job today. She's getting her head around it like you do. Trouble is with this place, well, no, it's not trouble, it's not a problem. It's a much bigger place than she's used to. Huge company. I reckon probably the company, well, biggest one she's worked for a long time anyway, let's put it that way. And with big companies, there's a lot of nuances that come with it, as to how a certain business operates. Like it goes at a different level to how a small business works, particularly with communication, things like that, which inevitably gets worse the larger the company, which is just, it's just a fact of life, really. And if you'll excuse me, my daughter's just texted to say she's on her way home. Okay. Because she had a driving lesson. I'll explain. Okay. Movement. Leftover pizza. If you want it. Because what happens is she'll open the door, go, I'm back, and either I'll keep it in. Either I'll keep it in, or I'll just leave it in there because it's part of the video. Right, so that's one spindle drone done with the lead belcher. I've thinned it down considerably because I don't mind if any black, well, not black, it's very dark grey primer should come through, just lend it that air of darkness. I'm okay with that. Really don't mind. I said she still might come in. So I'm back. So be warned, she may open the door when she arrives home. So I'll just tell her there's leftover pizza if she wants it. She may not want it, but just save it for another time perhaps. We'll have tea later anyway, so might not want it. Another spindle drone. 2 down. I'm quite excited for this. Dogs will be pleased that she's home anyway. Our dogs don't seem to settle properly unless we're all home. Well, on the subject of my dogs, one of my dogs, Millie, she's going in to have some teeth out tomorrow because she's got like bad tooth or teeth, like my other dog Rufus did. So I feel kind of sorry for her for that, but in another way, it's good because it should give her a whole new lease of life, and she should feel so much more comfortable. My only regret is I wasn't able to do it earlier. Spot the signs in a dog. They got toothache, bad breath, constant licking, rubbing their face, that kind of thing. So I just took her in. So she needs a dental, which is what they call it, a dental checkup. She opened her mouth and, oh yeah, bad tooth. So they'll do all that. Take any bad teeth out, polish up any remaining ones. There's a lot of paint left there, so I'm just going to put it back into the pot. Old brush, so I'm not bothered about getting paint on the ferrule. Yeah, it's a Winsor & Newton, but it's not an expensive one. Right, that'll do for now. Right, so 21 minutes in. Okay. Right, so going back to Blackstone Fortress. Yeah, I thought, oh, Space Hulk, but co-op, right? Except it's more mystery involved because there's a lot of unknown things. Basically, the Blackstone Fortresses are huge planet-sized spacecraft. And anybody that knows any of the lore will know this. But the Blackstone Fortress, this is one that's appeared. No one knows, and why they don't know, etc. So people are going on to explore it. But of course, there's all manner of, and the thing is, it's kind of almost like a living thing as well, and it changes the interior. It changes itself and the layout and so on. So it's easy to get lost in there and that kind of thing. Anyway, but yeah, you're working together to achieve common goals, but you're also looking to find like technology that will help in your particular wars for whatever reason you want to do that. Do I want to put another? I may do. I think I'll go for Sycorax Bronze. Stuff it, I'll use this as a little palette. Metallics. this up on the palette. Yeah, it's running everywhere, of course. Yeah, that's helpful. Not. Right. Just want a different type of metallic. For the end here. I want the eye to distinguish different types of metallic going on, which will be good. Yeah. Yeah, that's quite good. I quite like that. And I think we'll give her Psychorax bronze shoulder pads too. Just because. So I'm enjoying my day off. Always enjoy my day off. Getting Blackstone Fortress expansion. My friend has picked up his Fallout miniatures game. I was hoping to meet up with him tonight, but unfortunately he's got to work late. He's got quite an involved job. The type I shy away from. It's quite stressful job, so you need things like this too as a distraction, I find. Yeah, I do want to do another tutorial sometime soon, so hoping to do that and get that going. Yeah, beauty of glass. Got a hanging. I'll say that. I'll start again. I've got a headache. Quite a banging one, which has been with me all day. So that's not helping my cognitive abilities at the moment. So please bear that in mind. But yeah, I'm super stoked for Blackstone Fortress. When I went into my Games Workshop first to see if they had it, but they didn't, so I had to go to the other game store. What I couldn't get over in Games Workshop was the sheer volume of kill team stuff they got, which is fantastic, brilliant. Yeah, really, really brilliant. But you know, so much variety. I would like to get a Tyranid kill team going at some point. You know, see what I need to put together for that. I'm sure I've got ample from my army, and see if that can be arranged. But I've got so many things I want to do. It's untrue. All right, now. So I've done that. I've even put some basing on a couple of my kill team rangers, Skitarii rangers. You know, they look pretty good. I'm liking the way they look. So I've got 5 more to do for basing of those. Well, anyway, let's get the blue spirit stone, soul stone blue actually it's called. Is going to go on his third eye, and then when that's dry I'll varnish him up. End of the day job. Yeah, so oh, the joys of being a wargamer or a hobbyist. So much cool stuff going on. Watching. Well, I'm halfway through watching a video of someone else actually. My friend Ralph, he's put out a video about this fantasy game he's getting into, and it looks really good actually. I gotta say, it's tempting me. It really is. He's always had that way about him though. A lot of you do. You tempt me into stuff. Unintentionally, I know, but there we are, that's that one. That's probably my daughter. Yeah, she's in now. That's fine. Right. That's really cool. Yeah, I think I'm going to base my remaining Skitari. I should have enough. I've got this Martian iron earth, which is the perfect basing for Skitari models, I find, and that's what I'm going to use. If I can get my texture tool. I've got a new texture tool, but I keep using this one, even though it's wearing out on the edges and stuff, but still doing the job, you know. So, yeah. Right, so these are all drying off, and now I think my Kroot is pretty much ready for some. Actually, I'll get my Kroot varnished up first. Oop. Get him varnished first. My varnishing pot. Matte varnish. Someone asked me, and I'll tell you, the other day, because they said, well, I like matte finish on my miniatures, but you know, matte isn't as protective as gloss, and I don't really like the you know, the other one, the in-between one. I said, well, why don't you just gloss your miniatures and then put a fine coat of matte on top of it? He's like, yeah, cool idea. Well, that's what I'd do. Anyway, right, so getting ready. I may go back in and gloss certain areas of these models after the dry. Yes, that's better. Get these. If I can at least get my explorers done, then I can have the full choice of characters when I come to play it, which I want to be soon. I'm going to go back in and do Mansions of Madness again soon. you know, just play through some solo games to get the hang of it. So much stuff I want to do. It would be nice to have everything painted and no desire for anything else to buy, but that's never going to happen, is it? It's a constant thing. Always something on the bench to paint. But it's good in a way though, because it keeps your painting skills kind of refined, finely tuned, whatever you want to call it. And there you are. Right, now I shall base my Skitari, or my remaining Skitari. I know there's loads of other stuff to do and I just want to get the basing done because I want to. Okay. Another sip of coffee coming up. Oh, I do love coffee. I really do. Oop. Right. So first one up. Just got to get by his feet done. I should really give my sister a ring sometime. I might do that later actually. Make sure she's okay. I haven't I like to keep in touch with family and things. Just one of those things you got to get round to, isn't it? It's like, oh, I'll fit that in. I should make more of an effort though, I know. This Martian iron is really, really cool. I mean, I may end up... What I'm liking the look of with Skitari or Admech is the Castellan robots. Don't think they're allowed in Kill Team, I'm not sure. They might be. Something my friend Ralph mentioned on his video as well, which touched upon another love I have, is Lord of the Rings. And, you know, I'd love to get into that game as well. So many things. Oops, don't knock you over. 3 more to do here. I had an alright evening at work last night. Doing a lot of Frozen. There was a lot of Frozen to do. I don't like doing Frozen, but my evening went okay because my friends were in. Passes much quicker when my friends are in work. Because they make me laugh. They do make me laugh. Okay, so there we go. Yeah, this crackling effect is really good. I know you can make your own, but I'm quite lazy when it comes to things like that, particularly for basing. I am a lazy baser, but sometimes we'll make the effort. Something else I like doing is dioramas, which I haven't had a go at for quite some time now. I'm trying to come up with the right materials to make a diorama for my wife's third book, actually. But it's not finished yet, the book, so I'll wait till she's finished writing it, and I've read through it a few times and edited it a bit before I start looking around for ideas for my diorama for it. It's kind of just a tradition, really, more than anything. I don't think I've ever done videos on the dioramas, but I mean, I'm not very good at the diorama, but I enjoy doing it. You know, it's something I enjoy. So I may not be the best at it, but I do enjoy it. Yeah, and that's the basing on them done. Excellent. So that's that. That is marvellous. Fantastic. And it's nearly 3:15 in the afternoon. I get up a bit later. It was gone 10 o'clock when I got up today. That's because I was working till midnight. By the time I come home and shower and settle down, it's 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. So, the only problem is it means you miss a lot of the day. Right. So that's that. Now, on the ones I have already done, I need to do the Steel Legion drab around the outside. Just to tidy them up. Then I know that they are the ones that were done first on the basing. I'm thinking I'd like to get more of these boxed games as well, particularly the ones that Games Workshop do, because they're like complete, aren't they? I mean, sometimes they'll come up with an expansion, such as the one for Blackstone Fortress, but you don't need it. So you got a complete game, and you're all good to go. I like that. Very nice, very nice. Okay. Kill Team's going to be interesting. Purity Seals. Yeah, Kill Teams are going to be interesting. Easy to set up too. Do, 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 do. I put him for another week off in August, I think. So I've got quite a bit to use up. I'll never get looked at, I don't know, but I'll put in for it anyways. Right, so that's the basing on those done. We're at 44 minutes now. This is how quickly the time goes. That's okay. I didn't do anything else in town, but I am planning on a couple more videos in, and like I say, I want to get another tutorial done, at least one more this year. Then I'll, I won't, not that I'll call it quits, but I don't feel like I should do more. I feel I should do more because I think I've done the 3 this year, which I think is all I wanted to do. But I'd like to get another one done just because, because I can, that kind of thing. I think tricky. I'll take this out of this holder. I think I'll mount him on here. I think it'd be better. Because I want to work on his base as well. Yeah, so that'll be an easier thing to handle. But I'll come back to his base another time. Yeah, I want to think I need really light browns. Not tan enough, is that going to be light enough? I don't know. I'm going to do a bit of dry brushing over his feathers with it anyway, I think. Or some of the fleshes, actually. Spiky bones, that might be a better one. Or beastigore flesh. Ungor flesh. Well, I think I'll do this tan earth as a dry brush. I did start initially, I was going to do him as a tutorial, but I thought, nah, there's no point, it's mostly just dry brushing. Not much to glean from that, so I just want to lighten these feathers up a bit here on his arms. And obviously his tail. Tan earth. I want to make a bit of a backdrop for my miniatures when I display them, but when I video with them in shot. Right. Bit better. Yeah, so I build up his base a bit too, so it's at the same level all the way around. May do black for his claws. Yeah, I think really I need to work on that base. Let's move my Blackstone Fortress hostiles out the way. Let's see if I can reach these bad boys. Texture. Smells like chocolate, this stuff. Works for me though. Just going around the edge, trying to build up the gap. Yeah, I think that might work quite well actually. Glad I chose the darker colour. Quite expensive, these pots of texture stuff from Vallejo, but you get loads in the pot. I'm just aware that I'm starting to get a bit low on mine now. That's okay though, because I don't have any pressing use for loads of it right now, although I will do in the future, I have no doubt. Still got my headache, which is not good. I may have to have a cup of tea after. We're at 52 minutes, so I think when I've based this guy, I'll call it a day. Nearly there. I think that'll do for an initial run through. Yeah, that's good. I like that. When that dries, that'll be pretty cool. There we go. So pop that away. That is Earth Texture Dark Earth from Vallejo. Go. Two main one I use are that one and what's this one called? Brown Earth. right in front of me. Those are the two main ones I use, although I have been known to use others. Anyway, glasses off. Cool, that's not going to help my head either. But I'm going to end it here. So thank you very much for joining me on this episode of On the Bench. It's been great. I've really enjoyed it working on these models. They've flowed quite well, although I've not done a huge amount. But it just flow. I like it when things flow well, because I should prepare these more, and I used to, and I may be in a position in the future to start going back to preparing, have stuff set for specific purposes for what I want to do. But until then, I'll just have to keep playing it by ear. But yeah, thanks very much for joining me. Don't forget, let me know what you're working on in the comments as always. Thank you very much for your continued support. Don't forget, there's extra videos on my Patreon if you want to become a supporter of that. It's just $1 a month. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next video. Remember, all brushes eat all. Bye for now.